A new bill could give the state's community colleges the ability to offer four-year degrees, but would all still have strict criteria.
Taylor Fleming joining us from the newsroom to break down what this could look like. Taylor.
Janice, Tyler, this bill unanimously passed out of the House Executive Committee this week with bipartisan support. Now it's headed for consideration by the 118 members of the Illinois House of Representatives in Springfield. There is bipartisan support for giving Illinois community colleges the ability to hand out bachelor's degrees. In our area, Democrat Jahan Gordon Booth is a chief co-sponsor, and Republican Ryan Spain became a co-sponsor this week. He says all the community colleges in his district have expressed support.
They have been working for many years in good faith and really feel that there is a sense of momentum now as we have a national discussion about affordability, that they are a key part of the solution to make college more affordable.
If the bill gets signed into law, it would become effective immediately, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they could suddenly offer an assortment of four-year degrees. Community colleges would need to engage in a study about workforce needs in their area and apply to the Illinois Community College Board and the Illinois Board of Higher Education to issue degrees. Legislators are also working to make sure there are no duplicate programs at four-year universities nearby, and community colleges agree they also don't want to double up.
The major misconceptions we face from the public is that we're going to offer English degrees or journalism or some of the more regularly offered baccalaureate degrees, and that's not our intent at all from the Illinois Community College perspectives. It's really to hone in on specific workforce needs.
This could prove a more flexible option since not everyone lives by a four-year university. Some students need to balance their education with full-time work. Public and private university leaders have agreed to be neutral on the bill. This is far from the first time a bill on this has moved through the legislature. Lawmakers tell us the unanimous committee approval is an indicator that this time there are strong chances, but there are several steps still ahead. Janice, Tyler.